Next one. Okay, this one's from CNN. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. This has been reported by a bunch of other outlets, but I think CNN had it first. We're just going to talk about the title. Okay. From CNN. The title of the article is Justice Department Wants to Defend Trump in Jean Carroll Defamation Lawsuit. Now, this one is particularly interesting because now the Justice Department is submitting that they should be the president's defense attorneys or defense team whenever the president is being accused of doing anything while he's in office, regardless of the action. This is going against years of case law. The way that it's worked before is that the Justice Department only defends the president against things that were done as a course of the president's professional duty or presidential duties. So if the president signed an order that caused some result to some citizens choose the president, Justice Department is going to defend the president because that was a result of an official action that was done. Now, the Justice Department's submission is that anything that happens while the president is a sitting president will be defended by the Justice Department. In this case, Trump was accused of sexual harassment, which a lot of presidents have been accused of. And the accuser is suing him. And the Justice Department feels that they should be the ones to defend the president because he's the president right now. Okay, what side effect could this possibly have? Is there any way to have a free and fair trial while the president is being defended by the Justice Department? I don't think so. How would that work? I mean, there are specific reasons why the court system does not work this way. And it's because regardless who you're suing in this country, the governmental cards are never supposed to be stacked against you. That's why prosecutors have to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, or beyond and to the extent of every reasonable doubt. It's not 51. In a criminal trial or in any trial with the government, it is not the prosecutor's job to win over the juror's favor by 51%. They have to win it over by 100% because it is to the extent of any reasonable doubt. This is because if it was not this way and prosecutors only had to prove their case to 51%, basically meaning that each trial would be a democracy, or be a true democracy, it would be unfair to the defendant because it would be far too easy with infinite government resources to prove every case to 51%, to make an argument that anything would qualify as a guilty verdict. This is one of the main ways that the court system in the United States is revolutionary. It has been from day one, is that the government is not supposed to have an unfair advantage against the people they are trying in court. Because if you go down that road, everybody who goes to court is guilty. And there are tons of countries, primarily that are fascist, where that is the case. Now, that is also the case in Europe, and it has been for quite some time, though it was started in the United States. And now we're rolling that back because the president feels that, or the Justice Department feels it's their job to defend the president against sexual harassment, which is not an official duty, by the way. Anybody who's curious, sexual harassment, whether it happened or not, is irrelevant. It's the fact that that accusation would never before have been handled by the Department of Justice. They would have been handled by the president's private attorneys. I forgot where I was going on that. That one really pisses me off because we're just seeing that we're seeing the federal government become more and more a just extension of the president's private assets, basically. We're moving towards fiefdom. And look, I was a huge critic of the Obama administration at the time because I thought he was way too authoritarian. He made way too many moves, consolidated too much power, and it just looked like the beginnings of tyranny. That has not changed. It has gotten significantly worse with Trump. Significantly worse.